Hello everybody and welcome to your first intermediate lower body workout. If you have been around in my channel, you know that I started this home workouts a couple of weeks ago, and so far I've released 3 of the beginner ones. So now we're ready to jump into a different level, the intermediate. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then please check this video here. It will give you all of the information about these workouts and what exactly you should do when you want to do them. Now, let's jump into the first workout. Today I'm going to introduce something a little bit different, which will be weights. And yes, you can do this even if you don't have any dumbbells at home. How? You'll need an empty backpack and some cans. Ready to see how? Let's do this. Alright, so we've got an empty backpack as I mentioned before, and all you need to do is just grab as many cans as you've got at home, anything that can be heavy. You can even put milk, big bottles of water, anything. The advantage of the backpack is that you can put a lot of stuff in there and it's easy to carry. And that's why we're going to do that instead of just carrying 1 or 2 cans. Plus, you can put more weight on it. So let's do this. Okay, we are ready to go and we've got a quite heavy backpack. The weight will really be depending on you and how much weight you put inside of your backpack, and it's going to be helpful if you want to make the exercises harder. Our first exercise is going to be narrow to wide squats. We have done squats before on the previous workouts, so that's going to be helpful for you because you already know how to do them. Now, if you want, grab your backpack so you can make it harder, and on this one, all you have to do is simply holding your backpack in your back or in your front. A lot of us prefer in the front simply because it's easy to carry the weight without feeling it on your back. So especially if you've got back problems, then hold it on your front. I'll show you how. Grab your backpack, place your hands in front and hold it. It's just like having a baby. So if you are pregnant, for example, it's going to be easy for you to imagine how to do the exercise. Okay, so holding the backpack, feel free to cross if you want or just hold it, but make sure you're not holding the weight with your arms. It has to be all in your legs. Okay, so let's go over those squats. Once again, we start with a narrow to wide squats. So narrow squats is where you have your feet kind of in line with the hips, and all you have to do is squatting from here. It's more intense on your thighs than when we have the wide stance. So short stance, feet in line with the hips. Once again, bring the bottom back, lift your chest up, keep your spine nice and straight, and then stretch back up. Let me just do sideways so you can see. Feet in line with the hips, bum goes back, lift the chest up, and then squeeze your butt cheeks up and down. Now we're going to alternate with the wide stance squats. Wide stance squats is about 1 to 2 steps to the side. You turn your toes out, squeeze the butt cheeks, lift the chest up, and once again we're going to squat down and then lift back up. Make sure you're always squeezing those butt cheeks. Squatting down and up. Okay, so when you're ready, let's do those 15 repetitions. exercise of today's workout is probably not your favorite, and they are lunges. The reason why most people don't love lunges is simply because they are way more challenging than squats, because we'll be putting the body weight on one side rather than both. We're going to be facing sideways to make your life easier. Once again, if you've got a mirror, it's just easier to follow. It's actually quite common to not have a very good technique on lunges, so I highly recommend you to please have a mirror, or even have like a window that is reflecting, so then you can see exactly how you are doing. Now let's start with your right leg. We're going to bring the right leg back. Try to lift the chest up, your shoulders always go back and down, place your hands onto your hip if you want, and really important, make sure you lift your back heel. Now if you keep your foot flat, this is going to feel really awkward as you go back and forward. So make sure, once again, you stay on your toes on your back foot. Now face forward, keep your shoulders back and down, once again hands onto your hip, and we're going to bring the back knee down to the floor. Another bad way of doing lunges is putting your body weight on the front leg, whereas now we want to put on your back leg. So here we go. Doing this is also not going to be a good lunge. Your knee is not supposed to pass your toes, and you're not supposed to feel on your front leg, you're supposed to feel on your back leg. 15 repetitions, here we go. Now we're going to repeat to the other side, so turn around, left leg back, once again lift your back heel, body weight on your back leg when you're ready. Exercise of this lower body workout is going to be single leg glute bridges. On today's workout, this is going to be one of the exercises that is working your hamstrings. We're going to start by laying down on your floor, and the leg that is going to do the work is the one that has the foot on the floor. Right foot down, lift your left leg up as high as you can. If you struggle with it straight for flexibility reasons, or if your leg is shaking too much, then keep it at 90 degrees instead. Press the heel down to the floor, and as you do that, squeeze your butt cheeks and try to lift your hips as high as you can and slowly lower it. I'm gonna ask you something. When you lower your hips, try to not relax down. If possible, remain with your hips always away from the floor all the way until you finish your 15 repetitions. Let's start with the right leg. Breathing out as you lift and breathing in on the way down, and let's do this. Let's swap to the other side. So you're gonna lift your opposite leg up, press the left heel down, squeeze the butt cheeks all the way up and also down when you're ready. The next two exercises are going to be on the floor as well, and the following one is going to be laying prone glute raises. You're basically laying on your front and you're lifting one knee at a time if you want to make it easier, or both knees at a time to make it harder. I'll show you how. This exercise is going to be for your glutes, your bum muscles, and it's not necessarily an easy exercise. Hence why I mentioned to you that there is two options. So when laying flat on the floor, please make sure you don't arch your back or you don't stay on your forearms, otherwise your lower back is going to do the work and not your glutes. Especially if you have back issues, then make sure you lay completely flat, only your legs and hips lift from the floor and not your back. So we're gonna lay down on the floor once again, relax your trunk, relax your head and shoulders, and we'll try to squeeze the feet together, lift your knees off the floor and slowly lower them back down. By pressing your knees out, you actually engage more your glutes, so if you can, press those knees out as you lift the hips. Lifting up and slowly down. Okay, if you're like, yeah, that isn't happening, if your knees are not lifting from the floor, then only do one at a time. So you can start on your right and slowly bring it down, then repeat to the left and slowly bring it down. Do not get disappointed by how much your knees can lift off from the floor. Everybody has a different strength level and flexibility level. You might need a bit of help from someone. One foot on one handle, another foot on the other handle. Adjust the back, lay flat, and then lift up and slowly down. On this exercise, you might want to use less weight than what you did for your legs, simply because your glutes, the muscles on your bottom, are a lot smaller than your legs, and so they are weaker. 15 repetitions, make sure you breathe, relax your trunk down. Here we go. Our next exercise is going to be laying prone, once again, leg curl. So we're going to lay down on your front and we're going to work your hamstrings, the muscles in the back of your upper leg. Lay down on your front just like you did now. Place your feet together. This time we'll try to keep your knees away from the floor the whole time. From here, fully stretch your legs and then curl them back. Make sure you keep squeezing the butt cheeks as you stretch and as you curl. Now, want to make this easier? You do exactly the same as you did before. You lift your knee, you fully stretch, curl, and lower. Repeat to the other side. Lift the knee, fully stretch, curl, and lower it. Knees off the floor the whole time. Please don't drop them down, otherwise you'll start feeling that on your hamstrings. To make this harder, you'll have to place your feet for the handle. So this is going to be slightly different than what you did before with your glutes. Place the handle close to your feet. Lift the knees off the floor, fully stretch, and then curl back. Fully stretch, and then curl back. If you have a small backpack, it's going to be easier because the backpack won't be touching the floor. Here we go, 15. This exercise, we're going to start with your second set, and then finally we'll finish with the third set. So once again, it's up to you if you decide to carry on or not. If you can, please stick around. We're going to carry on with the other two sets, and then we'll be done with this workout. On this exercise, start with the narrow stance squat by having your feet in line with the hips, bring your bottom back and lift your chest as you squat, and then step out into a wide stance squat by turning your knees and toes out and squat again. For the lunges, step back with your working foot, Stay on the toes by lifting that back heel, push your hips forward, shoulders back and down, lift the chest, and slowly lower your knee and stretch back up in a straight line. Swap to the other side, left leg back. For the single leg glute bridges, press your working heel down to the floor, lift your opposite leg, and when you squeeze your butt cheeks, lift your hips all the way up and keep squeezing all the way down. Try not to touch your hips back to the floor all the way until the end. Swap over. For the laying prone glute raises, lay flat on your front, bend your legs at 90 degrees, and while you squeeze your butt cheeks, lift your knees up from the floor and slowly lower them back down. For the laying prone leg curls, lay flat on your front, bend your legs at 90 degrees, and keep your knees away from the floor the whole time while you stretch your legs and curl them back up. On this exercise, start with the narrow stand squat by having your feet in line with the hips, bring your bottom back and lift your chest as you squat, and then step out into a wide stand squat by turning your knees and toes out and squat again. lunges, step back with your working foot. Stay on the toes by lifting that back heel. Push your hips forward, shoulders back and down, lift the chest, and slowly lower your knee and stretch back up in a straight line. Swap to the other side, left leg back. For the single leg glute bridges, press your working heel down to the floor, lift your opposite leg, and when you squeeze your butt cheeks, lift your hips all the way up and keep squeezing all the way down. Try not to touch your hips back to the floor all the way until the end. Swap over. For For the laying prone glute raises, lay flat on your front, bend your legs at 90 degrees, and while you squeeze your butt cheeks, lift your knees up from the floor and slowly lower them back down. For the laying prone leg curls, lay flat on your front, bend your legs at 90 degrees, and keep your knees away from the floor the whole time while you stretch your legs and curl them back up. That was it for today, guys. I hope you had a great workout. My legs are definitely going to feel that tomorrow. I hope yours are as well. Please remember that if you found this too easy, then it's because you don't have enough weight on your backpack, or simply because you have to do an advanced option. Most of the time, just by doing the movement slowly and adding more weight, you should feel a lot more. So if that's the case, remember the next time you repeat this workout, you have to add more weight onto the exercises. Before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell. That is going to send you an email every time I release one of these workouts, as well as a healthy eating recipe video that I've been doing every Tuesday. These workouts are going to be released every Friday at 1 p.m. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment if you have done this workout and if you enjoyed it. And a big shout out to you guys for staying active during this time. And once again, I'll see you on a next workout. Bye!